Magic is everywhere. People don't realize it. Magic is life. And life is magic. We just take it for granted. My reaction in that moment was disbelief. I thought it happened to the other person, not to you. You know, you think Criss Shaunyl is this guy, you know, and that does all these crazy things, hangs from fish hooks and floats 500 feet without any fear above the ground. And then you see me sobbing, and I can't stop sobbing because it's so real. It's not an illusion. It's not like you're gonna wake up the next day and everything's gonna be okay.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys today? We've spent most of Johnny's life in and out of clinics and hospitals, and it's so weird. It feels like it's just normal now. You know what I mean? Like we're here so much that it's kind of part of our home.
How are you feeling today? Are you having any pain at all?
And Johnny knows the nurse staff, he knows the drill, he hates the hospital food.
We need to check your blood. You always check my blood. Why do you have to check my blood all the time? What are you gonna do with it? You're shaking my blood.
Yes. If you looked at my son, like in this picture over here, it's a different boy.
Chemotherapy is something that we've known now for what, 5 years? I've got like this love-hate relationship with it. Like it's like the superhero in the story, but it's also the villain. It leaves a horrible trail behind.
It's okay. How much do you have? It's okay, Johnny.
%10 of kids that go through the treatment, they don't even make it, not because of the cancer, but because of the types of medicines they have to put in their body. 10% lose their life.
They say the kids with bald heads are the bravest kids of all. But you see them with their masks and they look sick. And people don't want to look. But I want to say to them, look at my son. Say hi. It's okay to have that conversation. It's okay to say, I feel you.
The public needs to be made aware of how many people are just being affected by this. And by getting together and making a movement, we can do better science. We can have better technologies. We can get more donations to have better clinical trials and more research for these patients.
We need to look at not only a cure, not only the kids that are being treated right now, but those families that don't have the means, that don't have health insurance, or can't afford the deductible, or all of these things. All the bureaucracy that we deal with in Washington. Why is childhood cancer so underfunded? Because it's so easy to identify your own son or daughter. And people don't want to be faced with reality.
I actually had the pleasure of meeting him when I initially started here at Cure for the Kids.
I've been working with kids since 2001, way before my son was diagnosed.
Criss Angel would come and volunteer his time just to spend time with the patients and bring some smiles to their faces. It wasn't until years later that I met his son through tragic events. Johnny Christopher was diagnosed with B-cell ALL, a type of leukemia.
Don't fight it, Johnny. Just go to sleep, my love. Just go to sleep. Don't fight it. Go to sleep and relax and think about something nice. We're all here with you. We love you. We're all done, Johnny. All done. Quick words. Thank you all for coming to this very important day. After 3 years of doing chemo, he just had his very last treatment a few days ago, and with God's grace, may Johnny remain in remission for the rest of his life. Yeah. Yes.
If there's a cancer to get, you want to get ALL. You want to get B-cell ALL, standard risk, like Johnny had. This is the easy one. 95% chance that he's gonna never have to worry about this again in 3 years' time. We got the easy one. But obviously someone has to make up the 5%, like Johnny. As a mother, our job is to protect and nurture. I think it was more of like I'd let Johnny down, you know?
When I look at Johnny Christopher, he's everything to me, you know? When I see him, like, I'll do anything in the world for him. Man, if I could take this disease from him, I would in a heartbeat. Like, I'd love to get the cancer and let my son be free of it. All right, let's do it. Let's start to levitate. Good job. Good job, hold on. Now the car is going to work, Johnny. You know why? Because Daddy's gonna push you. I'll see you later. I know 1,000,000%, everything that I have, I know that Johnny Criss is gonna be healed and is gonna be in remission for the rest of his life. They say that if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. We just want our son to be cured.
There's something about children that go through this, they just have this resilience, and I've never had a doubt in my mind, because when I look at him and he smiles, I'm like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine.
Of the coronavirus outbreak in the days ahead. It could be, quote, the hardest and saddest week yet. As we come on the air tonight, a major spike.
Ever since Johnny Christopher was diagnosed, we had to practice hand washing, social distancing. So we were always very familiar with the process. And now the risk is far greater than ever, and the consequences for Johnny Christopher could be dire.
Stop! Ah, you got the lead! Oh, I'm gonna get you good!
Johnny Christopher being diagnosed with cancer made me reevaluate everything. And I think the coronavirus has made the world reevaluate the things that are important, the things that we do take for granted. Love, health, the people that are closest to us. This, I believe, is gonna bring out the magic in all of us that lives in us and show us what we're capable of.
All right, Johnny, that's high enough now. You gotta come back down.
Everybody has courage. Everybody has an inner strength. If you put love in the world, you get love back. You put negative energy in the world, you get negative energy back. You are what you think. Concentrate on the fork, watch. Watch, it's gonna start to bend, watch, watch. Watch, you see it's starting to wobble? Look, it's gonna go. It's gonna go, watch, Johnny. Watch, watch, you see it?
And we're all done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all done. See that?
The only thing that gives me hope is Johnny Christopher. If you could bottle sunshine, it would be that boy. He's the driving force, he's the hope.
What I believe is that life is but the memories you create for others to remember. And I'd rather people remember me for my work that I did with kids than my work that I did as a magician. I'm not the greatest magician. I'm not the greatest anything, but I'll work harder than anyone.
He's just got this fire in him, and when he puts his mind to something, there is nothing in this world that will stop him.
I want to raise hundreds of millions of dollars. It sounds like a big dream, but I make my dreams reality, and I'm going to make this a reality.
Is there anybody out there? Does anybody care? Or am I alone? Never had the chance to say I love you. Never had the chance for another birthday. Never had the chance to say my child. Never had the chance forever. I am changed.
One child every 2 minutes is diagnosed with cancer. Cancer doesn't discriminate, doesn't care if you're black, white, brown, rich, poor, famous, or not. And so I want to try to be a voice for these kids. I want to try to help these families that are going through the toughest time of their life and let them know that they're not alone. You know what I mean? There's magic in the world, and that magic is love.
Never had the chance to say I love you. Never had the chance for another birthday. Never had the chance to say my child. Never had the chance forever. I am changed. Never had the chance to say I love you. I'm thinking of you. Never forget.
Criss Angel Studios.
Bonsai!